Here are the 10 things I'm convinced that every scuba diver does. But Tom, not every diver is the same. And you're right. Some divers are just complete mad lads who just like diving in lakes looking for car tyres, as opposed to the majority of divers who just spend their time looking for the cast of Finding Nemo on their dives. What I'm trying to say is you're all unique and special. Happy now? But that doesn't really fit the narrative for this video, so we're going to look at all the unifying factors which tie all us divers together, besides the obvious salty skin, wet clothes, and lack of money in our bank accounts, because of all the courses and dive gear we bought. Although I think that was kind of implied. Quick disclaimer time, I am not a human behaviour psychologist. Obviously. I'm just a weird guy on the internet who likes scuba diving, so I definitely don't tick the qualified psychologist box. However, I have been a diver for a while now, though my clean-shaved face does say otherwise. And from doing it for a while, I've noticed a lot of repeated behaviours within divers, though I might just be projecting my own behaviour here. So if it isn't already evident, this video is purely for fun. Anyway, without any further ado, let's find out how damn bad you are for diving. What? Ew, that sounded kind of gross. Let's see how much of a scuba addict you really are. Yeah, that sounds better. Also, it's probably more SEO friendly. Oh, also, if you want to make this more interactive, lift up both your hands right now, and every time I say something that relates to you, get rid of one of your fingers. And then let me know how many fingers you have by the end of the video. Maybe it'd be 1, 2, whatever. And that way then we can make this bit more interactive. Number 1 is excessive use of the OK hand signal. It's no secret that divers use their hands to communicate underwater. But anyway, these hand signals have now spilled over to out of the water too. You passed your thumbs up phase and now it's all about the OK signal, and this is what you use all the time now if someone asks you how you're doing. You might also find some other hand signals are sneaking into your day-to-day life as well. One of my personal favourites is telling people I'm low on air when I'm feeling tired. Having trouble at the bar when talking to someone? Sneaking in a problem to signal to your wingman that you need some help. Which I've definitely never done before because that's so cringe.
Says your underwear is showing.
And these hand signals may have even corrupted the way you pose in photos. I refuse to believe you haven't done a shaka or an OK signal in one of your photos since becoming a diver. No, you definitely have. Point number 2, you're starting to get more cert cards than you have credit cards. You know, those small pieces of plastic that get posted to you, so you feel more validated for spending several $100s on a course which mostly just shows you how to breathe slowly. That was meant to be a joke, but it's kind of painfully accurate for the early courses. And as you get one of these bad boys for every course that you do, these guys are going to start piling up a lot. By the way, you don't need to have all of them on you at all times to prove you're a diver, just one will suffice, ideally the most recent or the highest certification level one you have. Although, I'm going to be brutally honest, these things are pretty useless. If you go to any dive centre, they can look you up on the system, regardless of what dive agency you did your course with, and they can verify if you're a certified diver or not. So you don't really need these pieces of plastic, they're just there and also contributing to plastic pollution. So ironic for divers. I do think though they do have one kind of hidden use that you can use them to flex. So picture this, you're at a restaurant, you're about to pay the bill, and you pull out accidentally your diver certification card.
Surprise, motherfucker!
And you're like, oh, that's my diver card, because I'm a diver. Please talk to me about diving, please, please, please. Point number 3, you are permanently wearing your dive computer. Okay, maybe this started out that you just kept it on between dives during your service intervals. That's completely understandable. But now it's been 2 days you've been out of the water, not diving, and you're still wearing that computer like a wristwatch. Bonus points to people who wear a big computer like a Zoop or a Shearwater Pernix. There's things like a lead weight on your wrist, though that might be just your way of compensating for something, or just a not so subtle way of flexing that you're a diver. Or maybe just a conversation starter for people to be like, what's that sci-fi thing on your wrist? And you're like, huh, oh, this thing? It's because I'm a diver. Please don't be that person. Point number 4, you only wear black now. The reality is most diving gear comes in black. It's pretty unavoidable in fact. But what you wear on land is not restricted by this colour scheme. However, your wardrobe, much like Anakin Skywalker, has turned to the dark side.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Balance to the Force! Not leave it in darkness! I hate you!
Yes, I am a Star Wars nerd. And if anyone watching this now goes, but I don't wear black, got you there, Tom. First of all, shh, you're annoying. And secondly, follow-up question, do you own though a scuba or dive center top / t-shirt? And if you still don't fit that criteria, follow-up question to the follow-up question, does any of your dive gear or swimwear mimic an ocean animal? And yes, I'm 100% calling myself out as I'm wearing a whale shark rash guard right now. Because if you don't tick any of those boxes, I'm sorry, but you are just not a real diver. You at least are one of those 3 things, if not multiple of those things. Number 5, you only travel to places where you can dive now. This one's kind of self-explanatory. If you can't dive there, you're not interested. And if one of your friends mentions a countryside getaway, you instantly get the ick. And you begin to question your whole entire friendship with that person. Oh yeah, and from now on, you're only going to ever travel with excess luggage, because dive gear is not light. Point number 6, you only talk about scuba diving now. I'm not going to lie here, scuba diving is pretty damn awesome. So it's no wonder you want to talk about this all the time. And yes, this is coming from a guy who's made a whole YouTube channel literally about scuba diving. So I get it. But let's face it, you have kind of started to make this your whole personality now. In fact, it might be getting so bad, your friends are secretly planning an intervention for you right now, but they just don't understand you. Not like how a diver would, not like how I would. That sounded really parasocial. What I mean is, if you dropped a whole essay in the comments right now about your favourite dive or your favourite piece of equipment, I would read that stuff. Yes, I am that sad. Oh yeah, and also you feel the need to insert yourself into any conversation you overhear about scuba diving. That's kind of a given. Point number 7, you have a scuba diving profile picture on any social media you have. Don't worry, we've all done this. It's kind of a canon event for scuba divers.
And these nodes where the lines converge?
They are the canon. Chapters that are a part of every spider story, every time.
Honestly, I don't really mind this one. It kind of instantly lets me know you're my kind of person if you have this kind of profile picture. So I'm like, oh yeah, you're cool, you're a diver. Though it does have the downside that it's kind of hard to identify you from anyone else because that mask does hide your face. Although if you are a bit of an uggo, that might be an upside. Point number 8, you're starting to give your pets ocean-related or scuba-related names. And no, I did not just get this from a meme. Shut up. First of all, I'm not going to say you're going to call it something stupid like narcosis or anything weird like that, but I've come across multiple dive center dogs who have been called something related to a shark, and even one was called Scuba Do. I'll be honest, I do low-key like that one though. Point number 9, you lack bladder control whenever you enter water now. I do realise this really does only apply to the wetsuit divers out there, because dry suit divers are completely like, I would never do that. My dry suit is my pride and joy. I'm currently saving for it to go to college.
I never would have given you to them. Not for anything. Don't cry. You're perfect.
Okay, that one maybe is a bit much, but you get the idea. People who like their dry suit, they're not going to pee in it. But other divers, especially wetsuit divers, you've definitely peed in the ocean at least one time in it. And it's fine, it is completely natural. Do not feel embarrassed by this at all. But there is a problem. If you repeatedly do this, your body just autopilots whenever it gets into water just to naturally, it becomes a bit of a reflex. You're doing a giant stride off the boat, enter the water, pee. You enter a swimming pool, pee. You're having a shower, pee. You're having an essential bubble bath with your diving gear to wash it down after a dive. Wait, it's just me doing that one? Anyway, pee. And point number 10, you're watching this video. Because let's face it, Joe Schmo is not going to watch a video about scuba dive addiction unless YouTube's algorithm is gone on the major fritz right now. In which case, hi, welcome to my channel. And I do really appreciate you watching this far into the vids. Maybe consider giving it a like if it's been entertaining you. But back to what I was saying, watching scuba diving content online, that's some hardcore scuba diving addiction shit. And honestly, I approve of your scuba degeneracy. And that's it. Let me know, how many fingers are you still holding up right now? Are you down to all of them all gone, or you still got some left? Leave a comment and let me know. Also, here's a scoring system I'm going to put on screen just for you right now, which I've completely just made up off the top of my head to rank your scuba addiction. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe to see more scuba content with a twist, the twist being pretty bad jokes. And happy diving, guys! Bye!